it's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. That's Dave Cackley. And together we make this dynamic duo that will be appearing live. Stop touching yourself.
Witt Buick.
You're freaking me out, dude. Stop
I'm just
touching
rubbing
yourself
my
like
face,
that.
man. It's a smooth, close shave.
It's not that. It's your fingers. Your fingers are weird. You get weird, creepy little rat claw fingers.
No, these are not rat. These are man hands.
No, they're not. Look how they curve out.
Look at that.
Hold your hands back. Hold your hand. Now turn profile view.
This?
Yeah. Your fingers aren't supposed to curve up and out. That's just weird. Ooh, God, you're weird. God, I'm glad we're 30 miles apart.
So
Thank God.
God made me, man.
That year we were in the studio together, there was like days I almost killed you. Really did.
Really?
And no judge in the world would have said anything. I'm just saying. Anyway, back to Saturday. This is an early one. It's going to require you getting out of bed. So 9 to 11 will be at Witt Buick. Here's what we've got. We've got passes to get into Lewis's Farm Market.
Nice.
Which is a lot of fun because you can bring the kids up. These passes are good for 4 people each, up to 4 people. You get in, you can enjoy a day at the farm. You can come watch. I know this guy who's like this master pig race caller. I'm not dropping names or anything, but it's on his resume because he's kind of a big deal. So you can see him in action. You can watch the dog show. You can enjoy the animals, all the fall fun, yada, 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 yada. All right, so you got that going on. We've got passes to go to Sherman Lanes. We've got some movie gift cards left over for Cinema Carousel.
Nice.
And this is something you're going to want. We've got an overnight stay at the Holiday Inn downtown Muskegon.
Oh, sweet.
I
love that. I have been. I've enjoyed my time there. More than a few nights. Yes.
Very nice. So 9 to 11, Saturday morning, Witt Buick, downtown Muskegon. Make sure you come and join us. And on top of that...
Well, wait, there's more?
It's short notice, and it's just going to be me tomorrow. I'll be doing the Muskegon Channel live at the Froenthal tomorrow at 5:30. They've got a season opening open house where they're going to be featuring some acts, and you get to tour the whole thing, and they got food, and they got drinks, and it's a great big open house, and they want us to come broadcast live from it.
Oh, very cool.
So we'll be doing like an hour-long preview online from the Froenthal as well. Huh?
Yeah, I'm. That cuts into my Saturday morning though. Early, I gotta get up. I'm gonna have to get up at 7.
Oh my God!
Insane.
Well, don't worry.
But hey, I'll be there.
You know.
Yeah, I understand.
That's what it all comes down to for you. Show me the money.
Show me the money, and I'm there. I don't care where it is.
Passion or love of the game or anything. Just all about the money. I get it.
I'm a professional.
Of course you are.
All
right, what are we doing here? Something along the lines of news?
That's right. You know, you cut me off yesterday.
No, I said, hey, guess what? And then
and that was after. But I didn't even get to sports yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
You cut it off.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did. No, I did my 4 stories, and you cut me off.
No. You did sports.
No, you did. No, I did not.
I remember you did sports.
No,
you were awesome. It was the best sportscast ever.
Now this will once again be a perfect news and sportscast. 100% perfect. No spittle, no stumbles. Ready? You ready for me to sit and deliver? Are you ready? Let's do it.
I'm ready.
All right. Hurricane Maria is charging into the eastern Caribbean, threatening islands already devastated by Hurricane Irma. The Category 5 storm holds the possibility of a direct hit on Puerto Rico. The Prime Minister of Dominica, a Caribbean island, posted online that the hurricane devastated the island, sweeping away the roofs of almost every resident he contacted, including his own. Now, the good news is it looks like it's going to miss the southeastern part of the United States and then head in a northeastern direction. So we're going to not feel the brunt of that as far as the United States goes. But, man, these islands that have already taken these hits are going to have to deal with it again.
Yeah, not good.
No, not good. Nearly 200.
Question for you, though. How do you solve a problem like Maria?
I don't know.
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
Okay, really?
Have that one stuck in your head all day.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Once again, nobody under the age of 45 is getting that reference.
All right, man. We're an upper demo kind of show.
You're right. We're looking at the 45 to 64, Dem. Okay, that's what we're not. But we appreciate the millennials and the Gen Yers and Zers
or whatever,
as well.
But
whatever they're
everybody that was force fed the Sound of Music their entire life,
Yes.
that one's for you.
Nearly 200 professors at the University of California, Berkeley, have signed a petition calling for a boycott of the school's Free Speech Week. Professors boycotting free speech. In part, the professors believe the students' mental safety may be at stake. Featured speakers include gay conservative provocateur Milo Yiannopoulos, conservative author Ann Coulter, and former Trump chief strategist Steve Bannon.
Wow.
I mean, you got to open kids' minds to differing viewpoints. That's, I mean, you and I. That's what I like about
conservative provocateur.
Yes, Milo's he's an interesting dude.
Yeah,
he can be funny. He can be a little over the top, but yeah, all these people obviously big in conservative in the conservative realm. But good for Cal Berkeley. They're a liberal college, and they're presenting different viewpoints. They had Ben Shapiro there about a week or so ago, so that's good. You got to integrate people's minds with different ways of thinking. That's all part of the learning process. You and I can discuss and debate things. We can have differing views. Sometimes we come together on things, but that's what this is all about. So
yeah.
I think that's positive. I don't get the professors saying no. Let's boycott it because we disagree with these viewpoints. I don't get it.
Do you think it's the quality? I mean, the quality of people that they're inviting in to speak.
But there's no. What's wrong with the? What do you mean the quality? These are people with just. These are smart people with
here's
different
a case in
viewpoints.
point. Some of these names that you dropped, like Bannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Controversial.
And then you mentioned who else? Who else?
Ann Coulter, Milo Yiannopoulos.
These people are provocateurs for a profit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like you're inviting in the Pope. Let's be honest, he's out to make a buck too. Let's be honest, it's the church. So but they are lightning rods because it's a profit center for them.
Everybody who goes on a speaking tour at a college is doing it for profit. These aren't.
Do you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
It's like it's changed. It's not like the days when you invited in Jacques Cousteau to talk about world. You know what I mean?
No, because Jacques Cousteau is getting paid for that, too.
I get it, but, all right, let's say you bring in Michio Kaku, and he's going to talk about physics or space or something like that. The guy is not a targeted, what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't have a slanted agenda toward one thing or another, like some of these names that you've mentioned in your thing. You know what I mean? I don't agree with putting a stop to the whole idea of a speaking tour or giving other sides of the coin or other viewpoints or anything like that. I don't agree with that at all. But it's turned into almost infotainment with some of these people as opposed to an honest discussion about viewpoints in that kind of thing. It's almost like the World Wrestling Federation of discussion.
I would agree to an extent, but I don't think that's the fault of these people as much as it is the kind of, in part, how it's been reported on and how the vitriol from both the right and the left has just kind of exploded since the presidential campaign.
Right.
Because you go back a year, 2 years, these people coming to speak at campuses. You didn't have the riot police out.
Right.
Part of the issue with these people coming is you had what you had when Milo spoke at Cal Berkeley over the summer, was scheduled to speak. You had Antifa, which is, let's face it, the left wing version of the far right white supremacists come out and they were trashing buildings, and you had all this destruction of property. Now, when Ben Shapiro spoke like a week or so ago, it was like it cost like $600,000 just in security. So if you're going to say, hey, maybe we should do this from a economic point of view because we're going to need all this security, okay, maybe. But at the same time, is it the fault of the speakers or is it the fault of the people who are creating this hostile environment.
But
And
what
I
I'm
would
saying
say
is too is that you think these speakers don't buy into the fact that they're causing this big to do, and they fuel it. They fuel it.
I don't know how they feel. I mean, it's words. They're speaking. They're not inciting violence. None of these speakers are coming out and inciting people to violence, saying you need to do X to this group of people.
Okay, all right. Well,
that's not what's going on.
You get what I'm saying. You're just playing the devil's advocate.
No, I'm not playing devil's advocate. I completely agree. I mean, you need to listen to both sides.
And I'm not saying you
political
don't.
Spectrum.
You know, but there
what
are
you're
people
saying
that
is,
will. Ann Coulter, is she going to turn down any opportunity to get her name out there in any situation?
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
she's a
oh,
right-wing
hey, I'm Ann
envelope,
Coulter all
bro.
of a sudden, and now I get this opportunity. Oh, there's a little more controversy around me. I
Yeah.
better go on the Today Show. I better go here.
Yep.
I better go there. Blah,
Absolutely.
blah, 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 blah.
I'm not saying
you
this,
get where I'm
this
going
helps
with
them.
this, though.
Yeah, I understand.
So
what I'm saying is
in the long term of it, this is good. This is better for Ann Coulter's career than it is for her to go and speak to this group of students.
It's all part of it. I mean,
can you see that?
It's good for her. I'd say this: it's good for her, and it's good for the students to hear her.
Okay.
It's good for
right.
It's good for Milo. It's good for Steve Bannon, and it's good for the students to hear them, whether they agree or disagree. And then you have a discussion over this point, that point, right, left, and that's fine. To say no, they shouldn't be here that is anti-education.
All right, there you go. Well said there. Thank you, sir.
What else is going on? Pets rescued from Hurricane Irma are making their way to West Michigan and are now awaiting adoption. While Irma has displaced millions of people from their homes, many pets were also affected. 18 were flown to Michigan on a private jet from Florida. I love this. I love what they're doing for the animals and everything. I think that's fantastic. I don't know. Shouldn't we be flying maybe some people out?
You think?
Those places on private jets.
I'm kind of a people person, and I would like to see. And you know what? If you want to help pets, and you want, great. But I put people first.
Yeah,
that's me.
That's just one of those. I'm thinking it's great, but do you need a private jet to fly a dog or a cat out of this? I mean,
Apparently, you do.
Oh. Finally, the 127-year-old former Chase Hackley Piano Factory is coming down. The three-story building is on the former Sappy Paper Mill property on Lakeshore Drive. So far, just the outer wall has been demolished. The process is expected to be finished by October 31st. That was there are a lot of people I know that they didn't like seeing this come down, but it was the upkeep on it was just and here's
the
make
thing.
financial sense.
I was getting posts from both sides of the fence on this thing for Positively Muskegon. People that wanted it to stay, people that wanted it torn down. And honestly, I made a very conscious decision about this thing to stay neutral on it because A, I didn't know enough about the condition of the building, and B, I don't see it as a positive or a negative. I think it was a cool old building.
Uh-huh.
I drove by it a lot of times, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a cool old building, and whatever. But at the end of it all, the thing sat there dormant for how many years, and nobody gave a rat's ass about it. And then the minute they started talking about bringing it down, everybody freaks out. And it's, where do you draw the line?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
that's a very good point.
There's a piece of history you want to protect and all that other kind of stuff, and I get it. But
where were you 3 years ago? Where were you 5 years ago?
Yeah, exactly. And so I made a very conscious decision that I was just going to stay out of it either way. Mm-hmm. And like yesterday when the wrecking ball started in on it, I got a bunch of posts from people that were like, "Hey, show this," because they're tearing it down. And it's neither good or bad to me. That whole piece of land was bought by somebody. It's theirs to do with what they want.
Right.
And I'm sorry for the people that supported it. And I wanted to stay neutral on the whole thing.
Yeah,
none of my
makes sense. Honestly it's a lose situation.
Yeah.
If you take sides on it, doesn't make any sense. Sports: the Detroit Lions bounced the Giants 24-10 on Monday Night Football. They moved to 2-0.
I'd like to raise my hand, sir.
Yes.
This is the year we're going to the Super Bowl. The Lions.
You know what?
I've been a fan since I was 3 years old. And there's nothing I love more than Lions football. I can't wait to see them in the Super Bowl this year. Matthew Stafford's the greatest thing. He can walk on water. I've seen him turn water into wine. I've seen him feed thousands with loaves and fishes. This is the guy that is going to bring us to the promised land. That coach that they have is a miracle worker. In fact, you know what? The Lions coach in a former life, you know what he did? He taught Helen Keller how to read. That's how awesome he is, okay? I cannot wait to watch the Lions all season long. I won't miss a game. I'm going to buy T-shirts. I'm going to go to the stadium. I'm going to buy tickets. I can't wait. I'm betting on the Lions. I'm all about the Lions. Lions, Lions, Lions.
Huge early season showdown now at Ford Field next Sunday as the undefeated NFC defending champion Atlanta Falcons come to Ford Field.
Let me tell you about the Atlanta Falcons. They're the Dirty Birds. They're the worst team in the NFL. I've been following the NFL for years, and I'll tell you what, I think this is the Lions' year, and they are going to be the Super Bowl champions, and they are just the most incredible thing. You know what I saw last night? I saw Matthew Stafford in a commercial for a Ford truck, and guess what? I'm going to run out and buy a Ford truck. That's how it works, because I love the Lions. I love Matthew Stafford. I think they're incredible. It's just the most amazing thing ever, and I'm all about the Lions. That's me. I'm a Lions fan.
Laying on a little thick now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You want to tone down the faux enthusiasm.
No, I'm excited. I can't wait for this Lions season. What a year. 2-0. We're going all the way, baby. Let's do the Lions. Woo!
You could have ended it comparing Stafford to football Jesus with the walking on the water. That's where you should have ended it. You took it a little.
I have a $100 bill right here. Can I please have a Lions jersey? Please. I want Matthew Stafford's name on my back.
Oh God.
Like we're dating in high school.
That's sports.
All right, you freak. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you later.